In the headlines, President delivers State of the Nation address to Parliament. Haruna Iddrisu and 2 MPs file case at Supreme Court to nullify passage of e-levy. President Akufo-Addo welcomes Black Stars after qualification to 2022 FIFA World Cup. And Data Protection Commission cautions defaulting institutions to register with Commission or face prosecution. Welcome to the news in brief on Graphic Online. President Akufo-Addo on Wednesday delivered a State of the Nation address in Parliament and reiterated measures taken to manage the COVID-19 pandemic. He also spoke of plans towards establishing a vaccine manufacturing plant and Ghana's digitization agenda.
In all, data from the Ministry of Finance tells us that an amount of 17.7 billion, 4.6% of GDP, has been spent in containing the pandemic since 2020.
The president also said government has instituted a comprehensive strategy to produce vaccines domestically. He said the establishment of the National Vaccine Institute will help the country to start the first phase of its domestic vaccine production by January 2024.
Mr. Speaker, the Presidential Vaccine Manufacturing Committee, which has set up to respond to this obvious deficiency, has put in place a comprehensive strategy for domestic vaccine production and the establishment of a National Vaccine Institute to implement the strategy, to begin the first phase of commercial production in January 2024. A bill will shortly be brought to you in this House for your support and approval for the establishment of the National Vaccine Institute.
No sooner had the president concluded his address than the minority leader Haruna Iddrisu described it as empty. He accused the president of lacking any confidence to talk about Ghana's economy due to its bad state. According to the minority leader, President Akufo-Addo did not touch on the country's economy during his 2022 State of the Nation address because it reflects the growing hardship and suffering of Ghanaian economy.
We expected him to deliver the true state of the nation address, which will reflect the growing hardships and suffering of the Ghanaian people. Regrettably, Mr. Speaker, he himself today does not have the confidence even to talk about the economy or the state of the Ghanaian economy. He is continuing with his promises and slogans. But, Mr. Speaker, a constitutional imperative. We are prepared and ready to debate them.
Away from the State of the Nation address, the minority leader in Parliament, Haruna Iddrisu, and 2 other NDC MPs have filed processes at the Supreme Court to challenge the passage of the Electronic Transactions Levy Bill by Parliament. Haruna Iddrisu, Mahama Yariga, and Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa want the court to declare the passage of the e-levy bill as unconstitutional, null, and void. According to the 3 minority MPs, Parliament do not have the required quorum to pass the e-levy as stipulated under Article 104(1) of the 1992 Constitution. They cite a recent interpretation of the law by the Supreme Court to back their case. They note that as of the time the second and third reading of the bill leading to its eventual passage, there were only 136 MPs present in Parliament instead of the required 138. They want the court to declare the second reading, the third reading, and the voting to pass the e-levy as unconstitutional, null, void, and of no effect. The plaintiffs are also seeking an order from the court to set aside the passage of the e-levy by Parliament. We take you to the Jubilee House, where President Akufo-Addo has welcomed the senior national football team, the Black Stars, for qualifying for the 2022 FIFA World Cup. The Stars achieved a feat after piping the Super Eagles of Nigeria following a 1-1 draw in Abuja on Tuesday, March 29. The president congratulated them for their win and wished them the best in the tournament.
I just want to add my personal word of gratitude to you for putting the icing on the cake on my birthday yesterday. Everybody's going to be behind you, and we're going to give you all the maximum support that we can.
In our final story, the Data Protection Commission is warning institutions yet to register with the Commission to do so or face prosecution. The Commission says institutions that collect and process personal data are mandated by Section 56 of the Data Protection Act 2012 Act 843 to register with the Commission. The Executive Director of the Data Protection Commission, Patricia Edusei-Poku, said 251 defaulting institutions owed the government 1.5 million cedis. She says compliance enforcement of the Act is part of efforts to commence legal proceedings to retrieve the monies and seek penalties from the defaulting institutions. She has consequently presented a list of the defaulting institutions to the Director of Public Prosecution, Yvonne Atakora Obobisa, in Accra.
Since October 2020, we gave them an amnesty period of 6 months to allow those who are defaulting or under the radar to come and register themselves as required under Section 46(3) of our Act to comply with the obligation to register. Some came, others still haven't. And so we have compiled a list of those who have failed to register with the Commission. We have about 800,000 on our list. This list is only 2.5% of the list, which is about 251 institutions who have received their 14-day notices from us to come and make put themselves in good standing with the Commission within 14 days and have failed. So they either come and register within 2 weeks of our issuing of the Section 56 letter, or they get prosecuted.
News in Brief was brought to you by Graphic News Plus.
Download your Graphic News Plus now and choose your preferred package daily, weekly, monthly, and annually, and access free news on various interest areas as well. Visit us on graphic.com.gh for further information. Graphic News Plus, connecting people through news.
Thank you for watching. Stay safe and protect yourself from COVID-19. For more news, visit graphic.com.gh or log on to Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube at Graphic GH. I am Juliet Echan Safo.
Subscribe now.